trying to. Now we a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a. He used to.
So y'all make the video, man, on YouTube y'all. YouTube episode 9, bro. It's part 2, yo. It's lit, boy.
9 times out of 10, he gon' let's not pretend. Look, everybody starts as a kid with a pure heart, then they turn to him.
So we going against the Phoenix Suns, y'all. It's lit because Devin Booker is about to be taking 12 shots. So let's get right into it, y'all.
He ain't trying to go in.
Let's do this.
He used to run with a. Now we a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash, going around now we a good boy.
Yeah, y'all, they made episode 20 yesterday, bro. They make episodes every Friday, so yeah. On 2KT, so yeah. Yeah, flashback, doo-doo dash.
As it usually is here in Phoenix, such a dramatic.
We on the 8-game winning streak, y'all. We about to be on the 9-game winning streak.
Cutting here in the Arizona desert. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this.
We on the 8-game winning streak, y'all. We about to be on the 9-game winning streak.
It is indeed, DA. Thank you. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Suns. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference.
And I think with Phoenix, they're already looking to the offseason, and that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
I can't wait to go against the Lakers,
right now, kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
You know what time it is, boy.
DeAndre Jordan is out there with Jay. Then there's Prez. Then there's Smooth.
Boy.
And it's James in at the small forward position. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Ayton finds Rubio. Good on the baseline, Jay. Early on, Brent. Some of the intangibles.
I got some better shoes on you, though.
Taking the next step.
First of all, you don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. They're not shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Booker with it. In transition, here come the Nets. Chalk up 2 there. 7 points for Smooth.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
To the paint. Here's Rubio. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, Booker has established that he can score.
Do you think I play this plus? No, I play my league, bro. Now leave me alone.
Here's Smooth.
Boy.
It's too much. It's just too much.
His teammates are falling all over each other. Look at them.
If you're the other team, you got to take that personally. Don't let them get the best of it.
Ayton, the pass to Saric. First shot, first miss. He's out of the box.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Yeah, man, because you keep saying, do I play park? Do I look like I play park?
He kicks to Booker.
Do it look like I last in the park? No.
6 on the shot clock.
No.
Goes up to the stripe. It doesn't go for him.
Giving him that shot, and it's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Devin Booker. Coming off a terrific season. He was around 26 points a game last year. 6 assists and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensation life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down. The game is fully in their control.
Look at that. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
My tickle, Rossi. I need a double team coming
changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
The pass to Smooth. Let's go. Here's Jordan.
Players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And they're able to recover.
Yo, green leads too, boy.
Here's Booker. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
Fill out a roster when you've got coaching changes and philosophies that come about, and some guys simply just don't fit. So maybe they settle in here, find the right guys to do the right things, and get themselves back into the playoffs.
Now here's Saric. He's guarded closely. Pass to Ayton. Rubio outside. Sinks the triple. Rubio's got 7 points in the game.
Shots are just flowing him right now, having a really strong quarter. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played hard. We know who that was.
Suns trail by 11. Saric outside. Oubre on the wing.
Bro, I don't care, bro.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounder, DeAndre Jordan III.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
James, the pass to Smooth. Down low. Rubio comes with the double team.
I'm double teaming, bro. Oh, trash.
Ayton against James. But they get it back. Shea, the pass to James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
A moment to check out DeAndre Ayton here. Last season, he played outstanding. 10th in field goal percentage, and he did his share on the glass. Battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And, you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that
I switched it up.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Here's Booker. It's blocked. Here's Smooth, covered by Rubio.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Pass to Oubre. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And they get it. Rubio misses.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Bro, I don't care if I miss that shot, because I'm on fire, bro. I'm 10 for 12.
Solid defense from Saric.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's the teardrop.
Defense.
In the corner, it's Oubre. Here's Rubio.
Not in my face. He's not shooting in my face.
The shooting numbers just aren't there
yet.
yet.
In the corner. With the horse. Boy.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Booker draws the double. From outside the arc, Rubio can't get that one to fall.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Well, all night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And the rejection by James.
His poor shooting is a big reason they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Phoenix calls timeout. Well, he might be an aging veteran in the NBA, but DeAndre Jordan is still terrifying for defenders when he's going up for the alley-oop.
Oh, he's such a great target still on the roll situation. You combine his length and athleticism now with the know-how and his tenure in the league, and DeAndre Jordan still can be an elite finisher on the inside.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Kaminsky comes in for Saric. Bridges, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. Phoenix needs to get off his shot. Booker, and he converts the layup.
Finishes like that are pretty impressive from Devin Booker, who we know is a great outside shooter.
Here's Smooth. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Johnson outside. Teardrop shot. No good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
To the middle, from 10 feet out. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Now just all alone down there.
Johnson. Baines dishes to Booker. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
And those are the kind of nice inside look.
Baines with the block. Now Johnson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami.
What opened things up for him was his passing. Making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball. Skilled it quickly, getting the ball over.
The horse. Okay. Boy.
And once he got up in the air, he just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And finally takes it down for the finish.
You mentioned the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good reference. Good reference. Booker in the corner. Fires for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, mental toughness.
Oh, I chopped it.
The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Knocks it loose. Pushing it up. Here's Smooth. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Smooth's got 41.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Booker left side. Takes a 3. And it's Durant with the
rebound.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Let's go. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns.
Got my ankles.
They need this.
Stop playing. He need to get my ankles.
A shot off that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Smooth, and he goes in for the dunk.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively,
yo,
for
you
sure.
can see the frustration on this dude's face.
Now here's Johnson. He's covered closely. All alone. Oh,
man.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Long arms, quick hands, deadly combination forces that turnover to jumpstart the break.
And for the Suns, they're shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter.
Yo, you can see the frustration.
Kaminsky kicks to Bridges. A three-pointer is right on target.
I'm not talking about on his
Pretty
face.
much not a
You
player
can
in
see
the
the
league going to pass
frustration
up a
on
shot like
Tyler
that so
Johnson's
much
face.
for the defense.
The baseline
Like, you
James.
can see the frustration
Another one falls for
on his
Brooklyn.
face.
Oh man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Johnson outside. Pass to Booker.
Yo, his face ugly, bro.
Back to
You
Johnson.
can see the frustrations on this dude's face, bro. On his face, bro. You can see it on his face.
Now the pass to Booker.
Yeah.
Over Prez. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. 8 points for Devin Booker.
Bro, y'all
Devin
cannot
Booker up there
stop
in
me, bro.
usage rate, usually one of the
I'ma
top
take
5
over
players in the
again, y'all.
NBA, and right there you can see why.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket.
Oh my God.
But on that one, they were there.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll return
Hey,
shortly.
boy. Too good, you know what I'm saying?
Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard Tyler Johnson.
I don't really limit myself to one position. I feel like I can guard both positions.
And with all
Right
the
on my
switching, you
right.
see teams
Set
dragging point
first.
right now.
Let's
That
put the
defensive
purse, let's
versatility
put the
is
purse,
highly
put the
prized,
purse.
highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
Jordan
And glad to have you with us,
boy.
folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some
Bro,
of them
what is you
are getting
doing?
thrown back.
So for Brooklyn
You
now,
didn't even get my
Durant
ankles,
was
bro.
before with Allen at center.
Word, Kyrie,
Smooth
I
out
got
there with
this.
Irving, and it's Jay in at the 3.
I'm
Monty
a
Williams
shooting
in his
guard.
first stint with the Phoenix Suns
I'm supposed
was
to
a
be at a point guard,
sought-after
not no
hire as a
shooting
front
guard.
office personnel member, was with the Spurs before going to Philadelphia, and has been a head coach in the league. Remember his days back in New
Why
Orleans
was I
with the
playing small
Pelicans and a
forward,
young
bro?
Anthony Davis.
Nah.
So Monty experience
That's
is
not
going to
gonna
bring
happen
that to the
today.
desert.
That's
The
not
Nets
happening.
making a
boy.
switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And that experience you're talking about with Monty Williams, it's why the Suns wanted him.
Well, Monty's experience in a lot of levels in
Look
this
his
league as an
face. You can see the
assistant coach, as a head
frustration
coach, being
on
in the front
Tyler
office, part of player
Johnson's face,
development.
bro.
That's an amazing calming influence for this young Phoenix Suns team to grow with.
Johnson kicks to Kaminsky.
No.
Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, at 6'4", Tyler Johnson does have good size and strength. It helps him to see over defenders when he's passing the ball.
Really like that work there in the paint.
He
has
has really established a low post presence.
Pass to Bridges.
No.
Puts up a 3.
That's not going to go in.
Dinwiddie with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Good on the bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets
How many dunks I got? I got 19 dunks.
talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Johnson kicks to Kaminsky. To the inside. Here's Bridges. Here's Booker. That's his 6th field goal today. And that makes him now 6 for 11.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Down low, Smooth.
No.
And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
I swear to God.
Johnson surveying the floor.
What you doing, bro? You shoot the ball and trash in the
Oh, and
waist.
a fast break for the Nets. Here's Smooth. And another one. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Yo, his face, yo.
the middle.
Yo.
Here's Kaminsky. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Good passing in the paint, maybe even
We
more
shoot at
important to an
83%
offense
as a
than great
team,
passing
bro.
on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Ooh, that's your ankles.
Allen left side.
No, Curry, bro.
Inside.
Yeah.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint.
His
This
defense
needs to
clog those lanes in the middle.
Some changes for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Kelly Oubre comes in for Booker. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Tyler Johnson. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Jay comes in for Kevin Durant. And Prez is subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Oubre, no one around him. Tries again. Oh, that's blocked.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Boy, I got you with the move,
And
boy.
here's Bridges. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Miami. This is to Oubre.
Against the Miami Heat. Oh, yeah. Hey,
At the top of the key, Ayton. Bridges, no one around him.
Stephen
No good from outside.
Curry.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Splash.
Wasted no time on that one. 67 points for Smooth.
Down the stretch, he's been flat
Oh,
out
awesome.
He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure
They keep it.
they keep it.
Phoenix, no good that time either. The Nets have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. Word.
Lightning.
That was incredible.
As athletic a move as you're going to see right there.
Unreal.
How about the hang time on that thing? Wow. That's to Diallo. To the paint. To halt the run. And it's Oubre laying it in.
Oh, man.
Oubre has the height right there to get it done and uses it well as he's able to score inside.
No.
Bridges passes to Oubre. Ayton with it. To the wing on the left. Here's Diallo. Banked in off the glass. Diallo's got his first basket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball.
Perfect release.
Well, a promising start last year from Mikal Bridges. The offense was there, but it was his impact defensively that has really gotten most people's attention. A lot of great tools for a young player.
James checked in for Brooklyn. Passes it to Diallo.
His face.
Back to Rubio.
Talking about.
Oh, Ayton in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
As long as passes are in that
Bro, we want to
area, Ayton's going to get
this,
up
bro.
and go down.
We the best team, bro.
Brooklyn in control.
That was trash.
And with Bridges and his defense, great coaches speak very highly of his basketball IQ.
And that is why, as a rookie, he would often get assigned to guard the toughest perimeter player. Good size and great instincts make him one of the best young defenders
every time. What I'm saying?
Diallo kicks to Oubre.
Yo, just stop shooting the ball.
Suns keep it alive. Rubio, and it's good. 2 points. Rubio's got 9 points.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Again, the Nets for 2.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Count that one. Ayton's got his second best.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Yep, that one goes.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Now, here's Bridges. Shot clock at 6. From deep. It's off his leg. And the ref's whistling a kickball. Saric checked in for the Suns.
Yo, he kicked the ball, bro. You can't kick the ball, bro. You can't kick it, bro.
Here's Ayton.
You can't kick it.
He had 19 points in the win against Miami.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those 4 blocks. No, not today.
He's got a clear path. Here's Smooth. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Phoenix has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Rubio lays it up on the glass.
So
11 points in the game.
Extra trash. If you guard me, then come on, guard up. If you guard me, then guard up.
Pass to James. And stolen by Ayton.
No, me.
Rubio outside.
Bro, you gonna stop dribbling.
Knocked loose.
Yeah, that's what happened. Just keep dribbling.
Sillowing right side. For 3, Bridges. It's all in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Yet another bucket.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Here's Rubio. 9 points last game out. In transition, here come the Nets.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And it's Rubio with the ball for Phoenix. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, we talk about gutsy wins, and on a night like that in the last game where they just did not shoot it well, that's a steal during a regular season.
Good, that's another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Well, Phoenix shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks.
No.
And Jordan sends it back.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
Go up and get it, big fella. I got you, big fella.
That's execution.
Go in and get it. I got you, bro.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you gotta look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Saric outside.
Just keep cutting to the basket, Jay. I got you, bro.
Kicks to Bridges.
I got you, bro.
Oubre against James. Here's Rubio. Rubio can't get that one to fall.
And there have been some terrible shot choices. That's not a good look at all.
I got y'all. Just cut to the basket. I got y'all.
Who would you put
I got you, big fella.
on the floor to get those 50-50 points that are just so important?
I got you, big fella.
And sometimes, you know,
just keep cutting to the basket. I'm gonna throw you them
I watch
oops,
Kawhi Leonard, even
oops.
though he's a superstar
I'm gonna throw
player,
y'all if y'all cut to the basket.
some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And
Hey, boy, that's a bad pass.
He might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly, who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court, but you know, those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff, and when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. Phoenix, no good that time either.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss.
What? Why we didn't come to the basket, Jay?
Scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
They double him with Jordan. Kicks it out to Rubio.
The defense, you know what I'm saying?
They could use a bucket. They get the rebound. Back to Ayton. No good. Shot missing. Brooklyn's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Brooklyn with another turnover here.
That's not my fault, bro. He won't come to the basket. That's not my fault. I got 5 turnovers, bro.
And let's see the stat sheet here on DeAndre Jordan. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Jay comes in for Kevin Durant. Prez is checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And Smooth subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
And the shot goes in.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Sun shooting not great, 40% for the game. Out left to the wing. Baines passes to Johnson. And that one drops for him.
Tyler Johnson with some creative play there. Knows how to get
y'all cut to the basket so I can throw y'all that alley.
Finishes that one with ease.
Alright, I guess not.
It's Jordan on the wing.
Bro, throw that long
dishes it to Prez. The Nets working the ball around now.
But hit that.
James, no good. Here's Saric. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
There's the dish to Kaminsky, and Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Suns shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Kaminsky! And the second free throw, good. 44 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Wait, hold on. I'm about to have this. Yeah, I'm about to turn the meter off now, bro. So, yeah.
Rebound by the Suns.
And the pressure he put on that shot.
Miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests. That's just enough.
And that one is good.
They're not getting to 100 points, bro.
And reminiscent maybe of the night in Boston, Kevin, maybe.
That's my shot.
Another bucket. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition.
No, that's contested.
A shot by Johnson, no good.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And so it's Brooklyn, able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs. Shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey,
box out 1-on-1. Maintain position 1-on-1.
Learn how to play basketball 1-on-1.
He's like that. Yeah, we are shooting 88% as a no, we shooting 86% as a team.
For the call.
86% as a team, bro. Yeah, bro, we're not gonna have a slow start in the third quarter. I know that.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive.
I got 96 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 10. I got 8 steals. 8 steals.
What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams.
Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
Here's Smooth, covered by Oubre.
Ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And here are the Suns now.
Got my takeover again, y'all. See, I need the double team coming again, bro.
Rubio dishes to Saric. Rubio outside. The 15-footer. And the Suns get it back. It is good. And it's 6 points for DeAndre Ayton.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
And good, he hits it again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Saric outside.
Washington, they about to have a skill.
Ball stolen. Here's Smooth. And that one is stuffed right through.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
You wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
Hits it again. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
A slow start for him.
He's going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. That's his second personal foul. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Ayton, the pass to Saric. Rubio with it. 11 points in the game. Pass to Ayton. Rubio in the corner. Just 5 on the clock.
Cold.
Lobbed up there for Booker. That one's not going to go. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. We launched that one from way outside.
I'll make you splurge.
Smooth's got 13 points in just this quarter.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Rubio looking around. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
You keep playing me, boy.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rubio outside. It's a floater, and he could not get that one. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul.
That's not fair.
That was the right call.
And I think when
that's a block. Oh, wait, never mind.
When it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, the original call.
And guys, this is what it's hard about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jarrett Allen. And Jay subbed in for Durant. Smooth checked in for Irving. And the basket is good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here is Rubio. 11 points in the game. Pass to Diallo. Back to Rubio. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars. It feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities.
How many dunks I get, bro? I got 32 dunks.
Not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
For Brooklyn, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Mikal Bridges checked in for Kelly Oubre. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's tipped. He swipes the ball away again.
He's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Passes it to Diallo. The 3. And again, it's the Suns missing. Brooklyn's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Smooth, and he slams it one-handed.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Well, the development for DeAndre is going to be all about the pick and roll, both how he runs it and defends it.
I agree, Kevin. If he works with Devin Booker out there as an offensive threat and becomes a guy who can roll with good hands and finish, That's a key for their offense. And you look at his size defensively, he can be imposing.
The Nets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. First one falls for. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing. Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need, and need to be complete as people.
Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Fourth, the Suns.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half. And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. Booker against Dinwiddie to the inside. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Booker.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Johnson. And he banks in the layup.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best start to dominate in a game.
And the pass to Diallo.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
The Nets making a
Wait.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Brooklyn fifth break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Pass to Diallo. Back to Bridges. Clock at 6. Here's Booker. The Suns keeping it alive. A new 14. Shot good by Diallo.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And the Nets with possession here. Put on tonight, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Pretty much automatic tonight at the line, 8 for 8.
Bro, I just skip us. Oh my. See what you know what I'm talking about, bro. That's why I hate live stream, bro. Alright, yo.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And Phoenix making a change here. Baines is checked in.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Now Johnson. Pass to Baines. On the wing, Johnson. Lets it go with a 3. That shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Smooth. Connects again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. In the corner, it's Bridges. Off target from three-point range.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
And checking out some stats for Johnson. How he did last season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
And here is Prez. And they pick up 2.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays.
And Booker kicks to Johnson. Now here's Booker. He's got 16. Inside. Will it go? And Johnson finishes off inside. Johnson's got 6.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Fires from the wing. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And usually teams go on runs and they come from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Out in his own on the break. And another one falls. Amazing.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Phoenix has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Baines finds Johnson. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Saric checked in for the Suns. Then for the Nets, Allen's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Jay. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Smooth. Timeout called the Nets.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Jay comes in for Kevin Durant. And Smooth subbed in for Irving. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter of the game. Booker in the post. Working on James. No good from Booker.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And good. There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
We've got 1:13 left in the third. Here's Johnson. And it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. On defense, the Nets. Here's Booker. Good. Booker's got 18 points.
Now Booker playing very aggressive, constantly looking to score and not taking no for an answer.
Here's Smooth. And Baines pulls it down.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Second chance effort and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
And he's good on the second. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Got you, boy.
Smooth. Jordan trying to free himself up.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautiful. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Booker. D right on him. To the middle. It's stolen by Press. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Passes to Johnson. So it's the Brooklyn Nets enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Back to the action after this word.
We got him winning, boy. His ankle's looking a little loose. We came to fight, we came to win, we came to fight, we came to win, boy. Got his ankles, boy. Trash. I'm getting so many ankles, bro. I'm getting them ankles.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass.
Put it on a platform.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Wilson Chandler out there with Jared Allen. And it's Prince in at the small forward.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Oubre passes to Jerome. Now here's Johnson. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options.
Hey, that's the defense.
Qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin.
You're not having no slow start in the fourth quarter.
Find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, did I fast forward 3 years? Because I
Here's Jerome, and that one good. Jerome. Here's Smooth. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And there's 8-second calls. They can't get it across half court in time. And here are the Suns now. Carter with it. There's the pass to Jerome. Down low. Here's Baines. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Smooth. It's hauled in by the Suns. Oubre outside. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Jerome.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Carter kicks to Oubre. Here's Jerome. Lays it up and banks it in. Jerome's got 6 points in the quarter. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
not
NBA.
in today's game, and not with what's at stake.
Shooting for Phoenix.
Good on the second free throw. The Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Doubled by Oubre. James, the pass to Smooth. And the Nets miss again.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And he makes no mistake on the slam.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Jerome, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Shoot that. Shoot it.
Where people talk about players' mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
It's the amount of minutes that players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on that when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. That the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have used and entertained you for years. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
And James gets it to go.
They haven't relied on him as much as usual, but when his number has been called, he shot well enough to help them earn the lead.
Jerome passes to Diallo. Suns moving the ball around. Johnson finds Diallo. Here's Jerome. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
Here's Jerome. James covering and stolen by Jordan. Jumps up. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, that break started by Jordan Steele. Long arms helping to get into the passing lane.
Having another steal.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Back to Oubre. Carter outside, 6 to shoot.
Hey, that's good defense.
Rebound, Brooklyn. Perez has got his 5th rebound in this one. Oh! And he dunks it down.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Oubre outside. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap.
I got 48 dunks.
You tell the viewers exactly what that means.
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if the player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let him catch their breath.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Smooth.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger.
I'm too good, boy. Keep playing with me, bro.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Brooklyn with it.
I got you, big fella.
Set up for Jordan.
Oh.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And Brooklyn making a change. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Torian Prince comes in for Jay. Harris LeVert's checked in for James. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Smooth.
Shake his head.
Timeout call by Brooklyn.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coach.
Hey, y'all, man, this is my career, boy. Like, I'm too good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We'll have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And the Nets making a change here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Jay comes in for Torian Prince. James checked in for Harris LeVert. And Smooth subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie.
100 points.
Pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And the Suns miss again. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control. How they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Jerome, the teardrop falls in.
And he's showing signs now of life.
85% as a team. Let's go, bro.
Here's Smooth, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Shaking his head, no.
To Diallo.
Yo.
Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years.
I'm
Do you like
chicken nuggets every day.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, that's
like
the defense.
We know how global it is with how many players.
Look out the road.
About that finish. Oof. No run-of-the-mill stuff there.
No.
Fellas putting something extra on it.
Greg, can you believe that? My goodness.
Hey,
this can deflate the other team. They need to answer back.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, they gotta go against the Lakers. They gotta go against Anthony Davis and LeBron James, bro.
It'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town.
Tough game for them, bro.
And he knocks
it's gonna be a tough game for the Suns, bro. It's gonna be a tough game.
And so he makes both from the line. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2.
The Lakers got 7 wins, bro, and 1 loss, but we not losing against the Lakers.
Throws it down hard with one hand.
I know that.
Now flying high and throwing it
We're not losing against the Lakers.
One of his favorite moves
We're not
right
gonna
there,
lose
guys.
against the Lakers tonight. Don't worry.
Jerome passes to Bridges.
We don't take L's, boy.
Johnson kicks to Carter. Out to the wing. Here's Jerome. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this.
So they're not going to have time to get to 100 points. You know what I'm saying?
Here's Smooth. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself
than the rest of the team. I'm going to take over again. Y'all see, y'all know the double team coming again, bro.
Here's Jerome.
It's coming again, bro. It's going to be coming again.
Johnson outside. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw.
No, Bird. No, please don't sub me. Don't sub me, please.
Knowing that they know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react.
All right, let's do it.
I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan.
How many dunks I got 53 dunks.
He's checked in for Allen. Jay comes in for Taurean Prince. James checked in for Joe Harris. And Prez is subbed in for LeVert. And got it! Another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been
look at the guys. Look at the guys from the bench going crazy, bro.
James against Oubre. Over James. The rebound by the Nets. Jay's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kelly Oubre.
2 shots. Foul.
Second team foul.
2.
At the line of pass.
I got 15 steals, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The first one falls. And so he hits both. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. Not saying they don't take everybody that
I'm about to take this through
against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
They're not going to have time to get to 100 points. So.
And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Smooth, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
And I think I got time to get to 100 points.
Johnson outside. Six on the shot clock. Carter for 3. The shot will not fall. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything.
Wait, we Devin Booker. Oh, he was taking tough shots. He was 9 for 21. He got one dunk though.
Was just on target.
And
he only got one dunk.
When it counted, they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Smooth.
Just active on defense, little things.
He got it again! Sensational!
The good times keep rolling. Now tied for second all-time in scoring for a game.
Well, you know, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game, GA, the defense throws everything at him, but he still is scoring.
Yeah, I'm not going to have time to get to 200 points.
Oubre kicks to Johnson. Carter with the 3.
194 points.
Brooklyn with the rebound.
Yeah, I got the 194.
Johnson with the and so it's
that's a game, bro. I didn't get the 194
points.
Was so
well
good,
before
though.
the final buzzer. The fans were.
Wait, how many dunks I had? 55 dunks.
Waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.
Boy. 205 to 89 is the final score. Chicken nuggets every time. Next game, bro, we're going against the Utah Jazz. Y'all slick, boy. I can't wait to go against the Chicago Bulls, though. Zach LaVine's about to take the tough shots. So, episode 12, we're going against the Chicago Bulls, right? So, yeah, episode 12. I think, yeah. For the bomber. Number. Now play with you. Alright, I got that much VC. If y'all like this video, man, like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so you never miss a upload. And go follow me on PS4, yo, Antonio 112593, bro. Peace out, love y'all. I'll see y'all in my next video.